What's going on, guys? All right, so today I wanted to talk about something that I think would definitely benefit you, and it's based on this idea that I think could progressively get worse if we're not careful about the direction that we go when addressing this idea, right? So the idea is this separation that I see happening between our the republic, the people that are creating the policy and legislation that we would need to have a fair society, as well as the tech conglomerates that essentially control the majority of the infrastructure that we use to be able to communicate, right? So not many of our politicians can code. You know what I'm saying? Like, not many of them understand the infrastructure that we use so that we can create these like use apps and like what are the mechanisms behind how some of these technologies are operating, right? And I think if we don't acknowledge that first, right, and then see what we can do to create to have more policymakers in place that understand how the technology is operating, right? I think that that would be beneficial. I also think, due to how the 21st century is unfolding, it's also going to be beneficial for us to create, for us to have more of our republic that understands like how human psychology operates, right? How evolutionary biology operates, so that they have a fundamental understanding of the mechanisms behind how the public operates, right? I think that that's really important. As well as being able to see what we could do to influence certain mechanisms, how they're working in a beneficial way, right? For example, right now, I think I heard in a movie, right, where it's like none of our data is being taxed. Right, the most important information that we have to be able to contribute to the economy is not being taxed, right? So the tech conglomerates can gain all of this information that they need to be able to market to us, to be able to advertise to us, to be able to change, the political campaigns, or direct you towards a certain narrative for political campaigns. Such as what happened in 2016, as well as what's potentially happening today with the erosion of our ability to have cohesive conversation that would create or generate the necessary information that we would use so that we could be in solidarity in this time during the coronavirus, right? So another area that I think would be really helpful to understand is that we're creating what's been called the useless class, right? So it's this idea where the majority of what you can contribute to the economy isn't necessarily all that important. Just being real honest with you, we have algorithms and artificial intelligence. We have all these different technologies that have been created that can essentially replace what you need, what you can do, right? That's just reality. And if we don't acknowledge the fact that that is going to have a detrimental effect 15 to 20 years from now, if we don't acknowledge that now, then we're probably going to go into a couple different areas where it becomes relatively difficult for us to get out of because we didn't address them 15 years back. For instance, if we had decided that we wanted to do something like tax the information that has been being collected 10, 15 years ago, right, we wouldn't have the situation right now where we're seeing where the majority of our political power is essentially being given away to these tech conglomerates, right? And some of the tech conglomerates, they have certain ideological preferences that they want to push forward because it's more beneficial to their pocket. It's more beneficial to their the amount of money that they're being able to have due to having that power, right? So there's not only a monetary incentive, but there's also a power dynamic incentive, right? And so yeah, I think we should absolutely tax the information, right? And we should do that now. We should do that soon so that we don't have that situation arise in the future, right? So yeah, that's what I thought would be beneficial for you. Thank you for checking the video out. Have a great day.